What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to another successful Sunday, February 1st at that. Happy Black History Month. And I'm excited for today because we're going to be talking about rebranding. But when we think about rebranding, I want you to think about rebranding this first. But I forgot something. Got to grab my affirmation super quick. So today's affirmation reads, I'm always in the right place at the right time. I'm always in the right place at the right time. 1000%. One of my favorite affirmations is, and I got this from my therapist, was be where your feet are. Be where your feet are, which is kind of like a reminder to just be present, be grateful for being in the present moment. Sometimes we forget about that, right? We forget about how important and how beautiful it is to just be where we are sometimes because A, we could have been praying for it, manifesting it, visualizing it a long time ago, or B, sometimes people would love to be exactly where you are. And I think gratitude's the best attitude, and sometimes we forget how important it is. So, first things first, we're going to take 3 deep breaths just to clear out the air and get us ready for the new week ahead, new month ahead. Now, while you're taking in these deep breaths, I want you to think about what you want to bring into the month of February. It's a new month, new opportunities. So I want you to inhale through your nose and you're going to sigh it out through your mouth. So any good vibes, good ideas, every goodness you could think of that you want to bring into the month of February, we're going to inhale it. Anything that's been was heavy on you in January, we're going to exhale it. All right? We're just going to get it out of our system. So we're going to do that 3 times. First thing, in through your nose. Good energy, sigh it out. Anything that's been holding us back. Again, in through your nose. Good energy. Anything that's been holding you back, sigh it out. One more time, in through your nose. Good energy. Anything that's been holding you back, sigh it out. There you go. So today's topic is about stop playing it safe. We're not doing that anymore. Okay. We've been playing it safe for far too long when it comes towards us. And if you know me, I always say put respect on your name, put respect on the things that you were doing always. So also if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get a road to 20K this year. And if you want to also send this to somebody else because they may be playing it safe right now, we're not doing that no more. No. So let's waste no time. Let's get right into it. First things first, your peace. Your peace starts when you stop caring about people, about becoming someone else's version of success. This could be your parents. This could be anyone close to you. This could be what other people think you should be doing. Family members, unfortunately, are probably the first thing that came to your mind, right? Right. So we're stopping that. We're no longer going to care. A lot of people ask me how do I remain in such a confident and type of way, and I'm always positive because I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. Sounds fucked up, but I don't. I don't care what other people think or say about me. I care about what I think and say about myself. Now, don't get me wrong, it hurts sometimes, but I always think about what's my version of success. And sometimes my version of success is to just be chilling in my own space. Sometimes my version of success is being able to come every Sunday and, talk about success and how we can set ourselves up for the week ahead. It all depends. But what is your version of success? That's where your peace resides. Now, getting into that, this is why rebranding is so important. Now, when you think about rebranding, we think about brands, we think about musicians, we think about, I want you to think about like one of the, maybe somebody you listened to back in the day and they got older like we did and they had to rebrand themselves, right? You have to give yourself permission to rebrand. First things first, you have to give yourself the utmost permission to say like I want to rebrand. I think sometimes when we get older, we forget that we are allowed to unlearn, relearn everything in between. No matter how old we are, we have the opportunity to do things more than once. Because let's say right now you're in your 40s, or you're in your 30s, or in your 50s or your 60s. A lot of the stuff that you did then you can't do right now. So what do we need to do? We got to give ourselves permission to rebrand. Now, a way that you could do that, sorry, I'm looking at my notes here. A way that you could do that is going back to this one. Stop explaining yourself. You don't have to explain everything to everybody. You just got to ask yourself, is it going to work for me? Is this going to work for me? And give yourself permission to actually want to do it. All right. Tying it to the next one, the resistance game. We get scared whenever we have resistance to it. But resistance oftentimes is confirmation that you're on the right track. It's uncomfortable. Resistance is often if you feel like you're doing something completely new, completely different, just just doesn't feel comfortable. Well, of course, it's not going to be comfortable when you've been sitting so comfortably doing the same bullshit over and over again. So now you're getting resistance. That's confirmation that the change is happening. Oddly enough, we run from this step because why am I resisting? Why do I feel like I shouldn't be doing something? Well, here's the thing: when you're doing something for so long for other people's peace, coming back to this, when you're doing things for people all the time, you're gonna have resistance not just from yourself but from them. In an odd way, it's like, how dare you think that you could go off and do something different? Nah, you're messing up the flow. Why are we doing this? I don't understand. So you're gonna have the moment of resistance, and that's okay. Don't stress over the resistance too much. Understand that that's just that soon shall pass. That is not gonna stay there forever. So even when you face resistance, understand that this point right here, this is feedback. That's feedback. If you're feeling like you have moments of resistance, if you feel like you have moments of like tug of war with something that you're trying to do for the greater good, that's your body telling you, oh, so we're stretching. Have you ever like done stretches when you were a kid or even now as an adult and you find like it's uncomfortable, but then over time you're like, these stretches are nothing? It's because your body's giving you feedback of, yeah, we kind of needed this. We needed it. Number three, celebrate your comebacks. Understand this part right here is crucial. A lot of people push the goalpost. They don't celebrate their comebacks. This is part of it. This is part of the whole rebranding. You gotta, because you're gonna be celebrating over and over and over again. Because people think failure is a horrible thing, right? But failure again is feedback. I'm gonna give you an example. If you, let's say for example, you were to eat something that you know no agree with you, your tum tum is gonna give you a little feedback. And what are you probably gonna do? Now, some people are probably gonna eat it again, but if you if you don't want to, you're gonna be like, yo, my body gave me feedback that it's not for me. It, failure is not failure. We think failure is horrible, and a lot of us are afraid to make mistakes. But in order to grow, in order to figure out where you are, you have to make little mistakes or big ones so you get the feedback, so you don't make the same mistake again, so that you know how to make the next move. If you put your hand on a stove and it's hot, we all probably all heard this one. You probably ain't gonna put it on the stove again because you're like, whoa, I ain't trying to burn myself a second time unless you want to feel it again. That's between you and you. But I'm just saying, like, you're not gonna do it a second time. Your comebacks, your comebacks are actually far more important than your actual winning. Winning anything, you can win something. But to actually put yourself through a moment of being knocked down and getting back up. Do you know how many people get knocked down and they don't bother getting back up? They just say it's okay. Viola Davis, she said a quote, and I'm not sure where she got the quote from, but she said that one of the Greatest places for a lot of great ideas and dreams and hopes is a cemetery. We pass cemeteries probably every day of our lives to work, to school, whatever we're doing, grocery shopping. There's thousands of great ideas, hopes, and dreams laying there. Some of them came back, some of them they didn't even bother. So I want you to think about that. I kind of want to also talk about real quick something. I don't know if you know Miss Shirley, great woman. I'm the person never met her, but her videos were just very inspiring. How she turned the loss of her son, her heartache, into giving back, and that was her comeback in an odd way. And I know she would probably say they gave to her, but she gave back, and she came back in such a strong way. Rest in peace. She passed away this past week, and I think about something like her legacy. Oftentimes when we think about legacy, we think about what we're leaving behind for people in terms of monetary value, what we're leaving, like a house, a car, life insurance, bank accounts, whatever. I pushed the envelope a bit on that. Miss Shirley left such a legacy that even I know they're going to continue doing it. I hope they do, with the Skid Row giving. I hope worldwide people are able to tap into that. But even with that, they can't fill her shoes. Literally, they will not be able to fill her shoes because she left such a legacy behind. So I want you to think about when you're playing it so safe and you're thinking in your head, man, there's no way I could do this. And you're talking yourself out of your own bag. And I mean your bag of your dreams, the life you want, the hopes, the blessings that are waiting for you at the door, all of it. When you're doing that, when you think about your legacy, every comeback is a great story. And if you don't even know, a few years ago I was assaulted at work, and in an odd way, I had to come back in such a very interesting way that I didn't know I had resilience. I knew I had resilience, but I didn't know I had full resilience to do it because there was moments it was a little dark. But your comeback, and you have to celebrate your comeback always. Moving along, trust your decisions. Now, if you ever have, oop, not me erasing that off. If you ever have an issue with trusting your decisions, easiest way that you could do it is if you were out about experience, you were a friend that's going, and you saw a friend going through that situation, how would you carry them through it? What advice would you give? Yourself is your own feedback as well. You could literally say, hey, you know what? How do I handle this if this was such and such? Give it a name. Give it a name. How would AJ handle that? What would AJ do? Which some of them, someone I know my podcast would be saying that. Like sometimes she'd be like, "What would AJ do?" Ask yourself, whatever your name is, fill that part in. What would the first letter of your name is? What would you do in that situation? What's the best way for you to handle it? And that's how you work through trusting. You may not feel like you trust yourself right now, or maybe it's on a shaky ground. But over time, with the steps I'm going to continuously giving you to rebrand your mindset, eventually you will start to trust yourself. It ain't gonna happen in a week, ain't gonna happen in a month, and it sure shit ain't gonna happen in like 3 months. It's gonna take years. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes it may take a year. It may even be less than that. But it's chipping away from living in a bubble of how everyone else expects you to live and getting to know yourself to where you want to live. All right. This one right here. Let me scoot over. This one right here is important. Be patient. Ooh, I wish I could circle this all day. Oftentimes, we're working on something. This one is the most difficult thing. And we've been rewired to think that patience, we got to keep hustling, 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 hustling. That is a lie. Okay. A lot of entrepreneurs, they will tell you, a lot of business people, a lot of career driven folks will tell you, we'll sleep when we're dead. They are lying to you. They are lying to you because rest and being patient is needed and necessary. You can't survive without it. You can't show up and Yeah, and they'll say like, "Oh, that's playing it safe." No, it ain't. Because sorry, they'll say like, um, "You're still playing it safe by being patient." No, it ain't. If you're constantly making yourself go like a damn hamster wheel, and you're now starting to regulate your nervous system, regulate your emotions, put yourself first, build in more patience for yourself. Then over time, you're gonna realize, oh shoot, this is actually gonna work in my benefit, right? So be more patient with you. Okay. Now we're gonna go to something I call the six tickets. Now everybody is born with six tickets. Some people lose parts of them, but they all work coincide. You got your legs, you got your arms, you got your brain, you got your heart. Okay. You can't live without your brain and your heart, that's for sure. You lose your limbs, you can still live. You've seen it, correct? These six tickets will take you anywhere you want to go in the world. These even if you got four out of them, if you got two, they'll take you anywhere you want to go in the world. Anywhere. Be Understand that you got to start putting respect on your six tickets. There is someone right now that would love to have the opportunity to have one of probably all of your six tickets. What I mean by that is your legs could take you wherever you want to go. Your arms could, at the end of the day, let's put it this way. You think of an idea, you need this mindset to actually put through the idea. Like I thought of these nine, the most important things that's helped me rebrand and shift my mindset. Then I put my heart into the idea of it, did the work so that I could show up for you. Then I used my hands to write it out and my feet to make all the moves. Your six tickets is the most important thing in your life. And unfortunately, we take it for granted because we just assume we're gonna have it, right? As I said, you can lose your limbs, God forbid, but if you have your brain and your heart, you can go anywhere you want in the world. Don't take them for granted. Do not take your six tickets for granted. Seven, speaking of six tickets, get your body moving, right? When it comes towards rebranding yourself and rebranding your life, move your ass. I'm just joking. But start moving a little bit. For real. The movement of your body not only does it increases your endorphins, makes you happy, but all in all, your body needs to be moving. If they say like if you don't use it, you lose it. I've heard that from multiple senior citizens telling me this. I asked them why they do this, why they do that. Aren't you afraid of slipping and falling? They're like, if I don't move it, I lose it. The same thing goes for us at any age we're at. So start thinking of ways that you can move your body. And I don't want to hear it's winter, it's cold. No, that's an excuse. What are other ways that you could do it? There's so many avenues of how we could do it just in our house. If you're dancing every other day in your kitchen, do that. Whatever it is to get your body moving. And we're not just doing it for the outside layer. That's great. That's benefit. We're doing it for the inside. Because think about how happy you are when you're dancing. Think about how happy you are when you move. Your mindset actually, like your brain just automatically has the happy endorphins because you're in a vibe. So don't push that part away. Did I put get moving twice? Oh no, I mean like start. My bad. This right here, number 8, is just get started. Start making the steps you need to make to get moving. Just start. Now I want you to think about the most simplistic way right now this week, that if you have an idea how you want to get started, you just need a piece of paper and some type of writing utensil. That's all you need. Some of the greatest ideas that you ever purchase, watch, use, whatever, came from just starting. Just get moving, right? It started from a piece of paper and a pen and you putting in the work. That was it. So I want you to think when it comes towards you no longer playing it safe in your life, sometimes all you need is a sheet of paper and start writing out the things that you're no longer going to do and the things that you will be doing. And last but not least, do not quit. You're in it for the long game. You're not in it for the short game. You're in it to for the long lasting investment. You want the dividends that you're going to receive from it. So don't quit. On the days that you feel like quitting, email me. On the days that you feel like quitting, text a friend. Man, I feel like quitting. I don't want to do none of this shit no more. I don't want to switch my mindset. They're going to be like, excuse me? and they're gonna reel you back in. What's going on? Let's talk. Let's meet up. I got a few minutes at the end of the work. Let's go and grab a coffee or a tea or a snack or dinner or whatever. Let's have a conversation. Because especially when you're saying to yourself, I don't want to play it safe anymore because I've been playing it safe for too long and I've been putting other people's feelings ahead of myself. And you create this plan of saying I'm giving myself permission. I'm gonna move past the moments of resistance. I'm going to celebrate all of my comebacks. I'm going to trust my decisions. I'm going to be patient with myself. I'm going to remind myself I got 6 tickets, I could keep going, or I got 4 tickets and I could keep going. I'm gonna get my body movement. I'm gonna just start, and for once, I'm not gonna quit, even if it gets difficult. Yo, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. But again, just remember this part. If you feel like any time in your life you failed, I want you to think right now, and I want you to write this down. What did that failure teach me? What feedback did I receive from that failure? What if I had to look back now, what was the feedback? How did it feel? How did it make me change and make a different decisions when it comes towards my mindset? What was the feedback? Everything in our life is feedback. Everything in our life is feedback. Everything. So when we take a step back and we finally get out of our emotions and we say, man, that really did suck. But you know what? What's it telling me? What's the feedback? It will change your perspective. Because now you have a moment to sit back and say, well, what was it telling me? You ever been in a room of people, in an environment, and immediately before you even take your shoes off, jacket off, you're like, ooh, energy feels off. That's your body giving you feedback. That happens to me. And you know what I do? I'm going to go, or I stay for a few minutes to show face and respect. I'm out. I'm the queen of keys are jingling, robe is already itching because it wants me to go put it back on type of person. I listen to my body. I listen to my mind. Sometimes I know you're gonna say like my mind's playing tricks on me, but is it really, or is it feedback of you knowing you were gonna feel uncomfortable? You understand me? All right. So we're no longer gonna play it safe. We're gonna start putting respect on our name. We're gonna be giving ourselves permission. We're gonna become understand that resistance is confirmation. We're gonna celebrate our comeback. Trust our process. Be patient with ourselves. We're going to remind ourselves that we've been blessed with the body we have for 6 tickets to do the things that we want to do. We're going to get our body movement on the back of that. We're going to just start. And most importantly, they're all important. We're not going to quit what we are doing. All right. All right. That's all I got for y'all this week. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, road to 20K on YouTube. Um, if you have any questions, I'm gonna type this out actually, as it's processing to in the comments below, so you guys have or a description, so you guys have an idea of this. Um, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's live. Hope you have a dope and blessed week. Also, hope you have a dope and blessed month. Happy Black History Month. Happy Feb. And y'all know what to do. I'll see you on Tuesday. A brand new episode will be dropping. I'm changing a little bit of the setup of the episode, so I really hope I can get feedback from y'all so that I can continuously give you guys good quality podcasts and good quality lives. If you have any topic you want me to discuss, by all means, like send me an email, chat, put it in the comment section. I am happy to have a discussion about it. And I will see you guys on Tuesday as a new episode will drop. And y'all know what to do. Walk with peace, walk with love.